Hey, rock stars! Welcome to another live Q&A here inside the Peaceful Profits Funnel. I do these about once a month just to connect with people and usually just answer questions from people inside the community. This morning, I decided to do something a little different. I'm going to do a little kind of a screen sharing and really talk to you guys about the difference between having free leads coming into your funnels versus purchasers and creating something like this, a Peaceful Profits funnel, which is basically a low ticket funnel on the front end that enrolls high ticket clients on the back end without sales calls. So let me just go and hit play on this. This is actually something that I'm editing the sales video here with. So I wanted to show you guys some numbers. And this is 1 month. This is the month of January 6th to February 6th of this past year. $56,000 in cash collected in sales from low ticket purchasers and high ticket sales. It was a combination of both within a 30-day window. I think that's pretty rad, all without sales calls. Uh, I spent the month of November, December, and most of January in Hawaii this winter. I love going there because it's like creative inspiration for me, and I make a lot of my video ads there, and then I'm still using those video ads 6 months later. So that was the month of January to February. There's over 86 people right now in my high ticket program. I have two offers where I help people implement this 5-part video structure inside school and automating their sales. So obviously it works. Okay, it's over like $300,000 in sales since I started this last year, which has been amazing because I haven't had to have a big team in order to pull this off. It's given me a lot of free time and working with action takers, okay? Not these looky-loo tire kicker time wasters. So let's take a look at the difference between purchasers, why I feel like purchasers, marketing to purchasers are 100 to 1,000 times more valuable than free leads. So they show up, right? People that purchase a mini course, even if it's $17, will consume 4 to 7 hours of your content without kind of the distractions that happen inside YouTube. And I'm talking about very specifically the strategy that is set up here that you guys are all experiencing inside the Peaceful Profits funnel. It's not just a 5-part video series. It's not just a mini course with 5 videos. There's that ethical influence involved where you're ethically influencing them to consume it within 5 days by having a bonus video for them. Okay, that's really powerful because the big elephant in the room right now that nobody's talking about in course sales, you can create a course. You know how easy it is to create a course? It's so freaking easy. Getting people to actually consume the course. Ooh, ooh, that's a bigger problem. That's the big elephant in the room that this strategy solves, and doing it in an ethical way. Because if you want people to enroll into your high ticket offer without a sales call, they've got to know, like, and trust you. They've got to see your values. They've got to have an experience with you. This is why people do these live launches to try and get more people on live to have an experience with you. I'm not a fan of live launching. I don't think it's sustainable at all. Been there, done that. I think I talked about that here in the video trainings. But this is kind of like a cool hybrid, right? So even if people purchase a $17, $7, $9, $29, $27 mini course of yours, if you have this ethical influence installed in the course, or in my case, in the community, people will consume 4 to 7 hours of your content. Purchasers they're more interested in showing up and consuming, and they're not getting distracted by ads inside YouTube on the side. Think about this. 48% of the people who finish these 5 videos here in this funnel enroll for more. I want you to really think about that. 48% of people enroll into one of my 2 higher end programs. There's a group VIP program and there's a one-on-one program with me. 48%. Now, if we were going to take the same, let's say we take like, 20 people to come through a video sales letter, a simple VSL funnel or a webinar to a book call funnel, those numbers are not going to be the same. All right. So I'm going to show you guys the numbers. They also, purchasers don't need to be convinced because they're already looking for solutions. They've already raised their hand. They're willing to pull out their wallet, a credit card, and say, let me dip my toes in the water with this person and invest a small amount of money and taste test and see, you know, what I'm going to receive. Now, many of my clients here inside the Peaceful Profits Funnel have said they've gotten more value out of this 5-part mini course than they have investing in $1,000 program. Start your relationships off right, with value, with a good give. Put your best foot forward. And they're blown away because of the value that's provided. They connect with you. This is another really important factor. This is why people do live launches, because people are wanting to connect, with their audience. They're wanting to have an experience with you. We just put it on automation. One of the questions I get often is, can I just take a previous live launch and then turn it into something automated? My answer is no. I wouldn't cut up those videos. Why? Because the videos that are created here are done very strategically. They're here to teach, shift minds, mindset shifting content, inspire people, but also handle objections. And all very specifically, there's a specific formula that I teach my clients. So I wouldn't take something that's already pre-done and cut it up. I would re-record it using the framework. All right. And again, having people consume instead of, having to chase them because they're freebie, seekers and looky-loos, having purchasers that actually show up and consume and connect with you and build that know, like, and trust factors is what allows for the auto enrollment without sales calls. So my ROAS, meaning return on ad spend, is between 9 and 12, meaning for every dollar that I invest on ads, $9 to $12 comes back. This is insane. It's an insane number. Just for context, when I ran ads to webinar funnels with my big 9-person sales team and my 30-person team, okay, to generate $400,000 a month in sales. Yeah, it's roughly around $3.5 million a year that I did in 2019. I think 2018 was 2.5 million, 2017 was 1.5 million. So 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 million, and then boop, 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 the same numbers on the back end. 2020, I think there was like 2 million. 2021, it was 1 million. 2022, I kind of shut everything off and went back to the drawing board because I wasn't willing to just have so much stress in my life. And for context, my ROAS back then was 4. 4 ROAS. So 9 to 12 ROAS is a lot more profits with a lot less stress. Way more profitable, way less stress. Okay, so let's take a look at some more numbers. The first 38,000 from January 1st to January 31st. You guys saw the January 1st to February. That ended up being a $56,000 30-day kind of chunk. April 1st, April 30th, 27,000, 26,000. So like a bad month could be like $15,000, but it comes off of the back end of a $50,000 month. Is it such a bad thing? Personally, what I really love about this is that it breeds consistency. Okay. And when you have a sales attraction system running and bringing in purchasers every day into such a wow back end, you have consistent sales and you do it without sales calls. So when you have a system in place, you have a lot more sales from a lot less people. So this month particularly, I look back at the numbers, there was 103 people who purchased the mini course. All right. So and I didn't have to do, 50 sales calls to do that either, or 20 sales call, or even 1 sales call. When you have the right marketing message in place, these are some of my clients. Eva here, I was just testing some new order bumps and upsells before I finish making them. That's a really big part because a lot of people see this and they're like, oh my God, it's going to have to create so many things first before I actually launch it. And the truth is, a lot of my clients, I teach people like sell it first and create it later. And that goes for the same on the back end. Hey, Tara. As it does for kind of the order bumps and the upsells on the way in. you sell it. You have people coming to your sales page every day. Why not, test and see if they're going to pick up the order bumps and upsells? And she says, and someone here just ordered all four. Okay, send me good vibes because I got to get them ready. I didn't think anyone would bite them right away. They got the order bump, the upsell, and the downsell. Wee, that feels good. So it's really fun once you have, your 5-part mini course created, and you've got your sales page, and now people are coming in to your school. It's really fun to play around with the order bumps and upsells and just wipe out your ad cost. Deborah said, I made a new sale of the mini course and order bump. I'm still in the preliminary hook testing phase. So a lot of my clients are learning ads. They've not really launched them before. She said, I got new sale 2 days ago. This member seems to be the exact match for my ICA. So she's really excited to see good matches. And if you guys are just joining us here, I'm going to go through a little bit, just a little training here. And if you are joining us live and the mic is on, if you can turn that off or just mute yourself, we're going to dive into Q&As right after this. Thanks. Emma here, celebrating a first sale of her upsell, 43 mini course sales and another full program sale this week. Ladies are coming into the mini course community more regularly, so more sense of community and action in the group. So this is really cool, when you start having the community, you can also see by what people are posting in the assignments, what they're wanting and needing, and create your upsells and order bumps around that. This is one of my clients, B. She launched her funnel 2 weeks in. My course has been live for about a week. I've only sold 8 of the low ticket courses I created this journey. It's $7. So her mini course is $7. She spent $80 Australian. And last night while I was sleeping, someone purchased my group program. I spent $80 on adverts, still testing copy. And I have a profit of $2,700 for that week. I've done no sales calls, no handling objections, just one empowered buyer. I feel dizzy. You're the best. You guys, she's still testing ads. She's just testing ads. I mean, the ROAS on that is ridiculous. It's 30. So you don't have to be great at ads. The fact that you have such a solid back end when people come in is what makes the conversion and the enrollment. Her next week, I only made one sale in the week, but that sale joined my group program. So still $2,700 sale for the week. Over 2 weeks, I've invested $170 on ads and made $5,400 in sales. And she says, I can see the systems work, but how do I make more front end sales? She's still learning, you guys. Still learning. Your ads don't have to be perfect. You don't have to feel like, you've got everything dialed in before you can start making sales with this process. And then finally, she had another a join anytime sale for $5,400. My mind is blown. I was playing so small. Thanks for shining light backwards and showing me another way. You're the best. So over $10,000 in sales in her first 30 days, just from 16 low ticket purchasers, you guys. Pretty rad. And that kind of follows the numbers. If we're looking at, I got 100 people in for the month of January, it generated over 56,000 in sales. She got 16 in, 10,000 in sales. Sal here, another first sale. I just got my first sale come through the testing campaign. These people are just testing ads. Lisa says, I'm just letting you know that I started running ads yesterday. I set up 5 to test with different headlines. Unfortunately, there was an error with 3 of them. So Meta ran 2 of them and spent about $40 on 2 instead of 5, but I got 4 purchases. I nearly fell over backwards. Okay, now the 5 ads are running, so no sales today, but just wanted to see which has the best click-through rate. Was just testing, so I wasn't expecting sales, but I'm thinking that's a good result. I haven't added any upsales yet, order bumps, but I'll get to that this week. So you don't have to have everything in place or everything perfect. People are making sales, even just testing out the ads. And I think we already saw this testimonial here. So it's worth it when you get this right. And I'm showing you guys these testimonials today because one, I'm changing the sales video and raising the price here on the group program. But 2, to show you guys that, don't be scared of the unknown is really, the main message. People are making sales just by testing. Estelle had posted this here in the community. I just want to say for anyone hesitating, like I was skeptical, so I get it, join it, so worth it. And Vanessa's amazing and truly dedicated to your success, worth the investment. Another one of my clients says, seriously, your feedback has already been awesome and so appreciated. I've done other coaching programs and the coaching was not nearly as direct or productive. So I get inside my group in the morning. I answer people's assignments, my clients inside the VIP coaching program first, and then I come here inside the Peaceful Profits funnel, usually with my coffee, and take about 2 hours and answer questions directly. It's me, it's not somebody from my team. This is B again. She wrote a whole big long testimonial. It was like such a big long one. She's like, I'll make you a shorter one. But basically, she had hired other coaches for $20,000, basically took her money and ran, never completed what they offered, then ghosted and blocked me when I followed up. I mean, that's a pretty, I think everyone, hopefully, hope everyone has not had an experience like that, but I certainly have had experiences where I've invested in other coaches and, it was a huge disappointment. Another coach I paid 8K spoke my language around alignment and leading from the heart, but he was barely any better because he was all talk. So never delivered on their offer. Neither was available or responsive. I had no idea what was going on. I didn't make a dollar from either one of them. What I did learn was that I wanted to do business differently. And if I ever did another course, I needed a coach who walks the talk. I did your Peaceful Profits tiny course and then your 10K freedom plan. I just love your teaching style, love your down to earth nature, and love that you didn't try to be someone you weren't. You shared the good, the bad, the ugly of running a business, what to look out for. You were real, and I could feel it in my cells of my heart. I joined your offer, and you're hands down the most responsive and engaged coach I have worked with, and I work with a lot. There were parts of your map I tried to change because I didn't think they really related to fertility. So B is a fertility coach. And you said, don't change it. This is a proven system and it works for any niche. I genuinely doubted that it was true, but I put my trust in your process and the fact that you'd walk this path before me. Your system works. It really, really works. My tiny course wasn't even live for 1 week and I made $2,700 in sales. In my group course while I was sleeping, I literally made a sale while I slept, exactly what your headline delivered. The sales kept coming. For the first time in 6 years, I decided to take a holiday and turn my emails off for 3 whole weeks, something I've never dared to do before. Block my one-on-one calendar for a whole month, something I hadn't done in 6 years. I spent a surfing holiday to a remote island in Indonesia and made another $2,700 sale on day 5, the value of 12 one-on-one sessions while I was getting barreled in tropical paradise. Vanessa, you're the best. Anyone on the fence, do it. It's worth it. So this is what you guys have access to with a Peaceful Profits funnel with a low ticket front end and the value-based, value-packed 5-part video challenge is consistent sales. It's a consistent sales attraction system that runs on evergreen, which brings you consistent monthly sales. And I don't know about most people out there, but me at 47 years old, consistency is really sexy. Not the big highs and lows, not the pushes, not the, hustling to get build a sales team and manage and babysit people, just consistent sales without the hustle or chasing, people on sales calls or, love launches. No, there's a lot of spelling mistakes there this morning, Vanessa. So this is kind of my lifestyle here in the summer. I'm here at the lake. I'm growing flowers. I'm traveling. I spent so much time traveling at the earlier part of this year that I really have just enjoyed being grounded here and enjoying all the blossoms in the garden. So